Hey, how are you? Welcome to the Christmas countdown. Today is December 18. So it means 7 days until Christmas. A week. In a week, we will be on Christmas Day celebrating, hugging people, being grateful that we got to Christmas another year. And I don't know how the rest of the year has been for you, but we're sure close to Christmas. And from there, we're going to be moving on to New Year, the resolutions, the goals, all of the trainings, all of the opportunities that we will be getting. And that's going to be exciting. A new year is always exciting. But today we're closer to Christmas, 7 days. In 7 days, we'll be um, having a Merry Christmas. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit happier? Are you feeling hopeful? Are you feeling grateful? And if not, why? What happened or is happening right now that you don't feel grateful or you don't feel happy? Any situation that you're encountering, I send compassion and love to you. But also, if there is not an issue where it doesn't need much worry, you don't have to worry much about it. Many times in life, we get all these sicknesses because well, we worry about things, right? We get older quicker, we age older because we worry so much. And a lot of the stuff we worry about, we have no control over it. And a lot of the stuff we worry about, it doesn't even happen the way we think. Sometimes we see the possibilities for what they are or what had happened in the past, but sometimes situation completely change in a different way that is unexpected to us. Is the outcomes are different, the solutions are different, the approach people take, including ourselves, are different. Sometimes struggling makes come out of you a more mature individual and someone who resolves issues in a different way, wiser, a wiser way of resolving issues, even talking to people, even behaviors, and also tactics and ideas, solutions, and ways of doing things. They change constantly and they change as we age. So we're aging every day, and as just as Christmas is coming, it's also coming another year, another year of hopes and another year of possibilities, and another year of having our dreams, written down and pursuing our goals, and maybe deciding that this year is going to be different in my life. And situations happen, in countries in different parts of the world that we don't expect, and they pull our attention quickly because they make us change our life. And many times we get so impacted that we don't forget, the situation or the event, or it stays with us for years. Many times we stay on the grief part of struggles, and we don't let go. We want things to be the way they used to be, and sometimes it's just not possible. Especially when someone we love departures, and we wish they were here, but they're not anymore. And those are awakenings in people's lives, and those are events that broken us open and that allow us to become love and appreciation, and be grateful for that life in our life that was company, that was a teacher, that was someone who we didn't know how soon they were going to leave. Otherwise, we were probably done things in a different way, or maybe live differently the last days they were with us. And but what are we doing with the people who is still alive, the people who we shared time with? And how can we make those that we share time with a little happier, How can you make someone a little happier today? See, there's a little girl right there. She's playing the violin or the ukulele, maybe for Hawaiian people. That's Santa Claus with a lot of gifts. And he's ready to go. And you can see a big tree with golden ornaments. And there are the reindeers, you know. And there are images at home that we have that we don't feel comfortable getting out. And if you don't feel comfortable decorating, you don't have to. You know, there is always another year, and there is opportunities also to give out what you no longer need or what you no longer want, or maybe something that you no longer feel like having at home, or maybe ornaments or adornments that they are not that new and you don't feel comfortable having them, or you maybe buy some new ornaments or Christmas stuff, and maybe you can donate the ones you're not using, or that they're kind of broken, or you don't consider them up to the standard of your current life, or to the decoration that you have, and it's maybe just the stuff that you've been dragging around. You know, everywhere you go, you bring it with you, and it's just this stuff that we carry around with us, and it just sometimes stays for a long time storage, and we don't even touch it. And it might be good to take a look and see what you can donate. Maybe someone out there will be happy to get it at a cheap price, or maybe even give it out. I think it feels kind of weird when you tell people, "Would you like this? I'm not using it anymore," because it feels like you're giving trash. Like you're giving me something you don't want anymore. Because if you wanted it, you want to give it to me, right? But it just depends how people take it. It can be something valuable, or maybe people don't want to say no because they don't want to embarrass at themselves, or make you feel like what you're giving is not attractive. But it's just decisions. Do you want to offer anyways something that you could possibly not be using, and see if someone wants it, and maybe then saying yes, they will find another benefit that they didn't had they will get, or it will maybe give someone the experience of using a product or a service that they haven't tried before. And it's just a new way of doing things and getting things done. And it can always be that opportunity. When people is less fortunate, they don't have the ability to buy probably the best quality and things offered out there. But it might be, what they have, and they probably just go with that. So, what do you have that can possibly benefit someone? Either you can give it to them, or you can bring it to a donation center, or for people that they are in need and they could possibly not afford it right now, and maybe it will be easier if you help it, right? Many times we get to be the stars in the lives of others. So how can you be a star today in the life of someone else? How can you be that shiny light in someone else's life and bring the smile today? Bring a smile and bring appreciation, and bring gifts that many times don't require time, uh, but they do require willingness. They gifts sometimes don't require much of our time, but they do require our good intentions. And what can you do that might help someone else? And if you don't have economical resources, what can you do that can possibly reach someone else and make them happy, and have a good memory about you, and brighten their day or nights? You don't know what kind of news they have. They might be good or bad, or what has changed it in their life that they might be depressed. You know, a lot of our families are going through tough situations, and they're counting on us to reach out, just to ask, how you doing? Say hi to someone. Say hi to someone you had a bad dream about, and ask them if they're okay. Just check with them and see, to make sure that they're fine. and maybe the dream you had is not necessarily related to them, and it might not be not at this moment. Sometimes I feel like when we have these dreams where we see weird things happening, they don't happen right away. It takes some time for them to happen. It's just events that potentially change our psyche and our emotions and our way of seeing life. And those are like awakening moments that sometimes are predicted in our dreams while we are sleeping. So if you had a weird dream, reach out. Just say hi to that person. Say like, "Hey, how are you?" Just checking on you, just checking how you're feeling. I had a weird dream, and I just wanted to make sure you're fine. And sometimes people will ask you, what is the dream about? And then sometimes when you tell them the dream, people takes it positive. They say, "Oh well, but if you dream of me dying, it's because I still have a lot of life to live," or if you dream of me dying, it's because I'm gonna get married, or if you saw me surrounded by something not so pleasant, it's because it's money. So sometimes people takes it in a funny way, in a light way, and other times they just try to find the reason, but not necessarily they forget uh, or try to change it. I don't think people, when you tell them you had a bad dream, they worry immediately. I don't think they believe in it right away. They don't think it's gonna happen to them. And sometimes what happens when we have those weird dreams are situations or events that happened in the past, but those are also revelations or ways that we can open our brain and our heart to see other people. Sometimes you're able to see experiences that they had in the past, especially when they were little, or events that are coming to help you understand a particular situation that it will be on the surface. And with that weird dream, that you will be able to understand the process of it, the intention of it, and why was it given to you in a dream. And basically, what happens when we have dreams is we are being prepared so that a specific event or circumstance doesn't impact us in the way when we will get sick or get a heart attack or um, get in shock, about those situations. So it's basically preparing us for a situation that could be hard to handle. It could be difficult. It could be a challenge, and the basic reason why we have this kind of dreams is just when a mother is pregnant and it takes 9 months for the baby to be born. And between all that process, she's getting ready to give birth to that child. Because at the beginning, it's the belly starts to grow a little bit, and then it gets bigger and bigger. But as the belly gets bigger, then other problems arise, like difficulty sitting down, like going to the bathroom, shower yourself, also foods that you would like to eat, or these constant cravings and pains that you experience while you're pregnant, right? So these situations, like with bad dreams, are kind of similar. It's like a way of kind of bring you into the temperature of the situation, little by little. It's bringing you closer to the process of once the situation unfolds, then you will be ready to handle it. And otherwise, we don't know what to do and we react like children. But when we get this news in advance, this way of seeing things almost like unbelievable, and you keep on thinking about it and thinking about it, and eventually makes sense, why you dreamed what you dreamed. And just trust that you are always guided and protected. That even when you're dreaming about people who you love or you used to love in the past, and faces that are revealed and aspects that you wouldn't even acknowledge in real life, and in the presence of these individuals, they just come very clear in the dream. I don't know if you ever realize when people or brothers or sisters look alike, and then suddenly in a dream you see one person and then you see the other person. It's like you see a transformation of one face to another face, and those are like scenes of a movie. But once when you see that in your dream, it's unexplainable the feelings you get, and you're kind of just waiting to see what is going to happen and what is the reason that you have that dream. So while you're alive and others are alive, try to understand why you're dreaming, the scenes that you're dreaming, and what that could possibly be. And there is no need for you to worry about anything. Eventually, it makes sense. Eventually, you understand it, and you have compassion and love. And many times it requires forgiveness. And sometimes it's just situations that don't turn in the most logical way, if that makes sense. Situations that are not going to turn in the logical way, or in the way you're used to them happening, or in the ways you expected them to happen. And it's just part of our life, you know. Part of our connection to the divine is the ability to receive messages, the ability to start processes that don't need to be that painful, that don't need to be traumatic, and that don't need to stay with us for a long time for our own health and well-being. So we are being loved, guided, and protected. Thank you for watching. In a week, we will be hugging Merry Christmas. My name is Maria Ortiz. You can follow me as Maria Speaks Love everywhere. My website, mariaspeakslove.com. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day, night, anytime you get a hold of this video. I appreciate you. Bye.